All right, guys, welcome back to A Journey to One Bitcoin, where I sit with you every single week and we stack Bitcoin together. Guys, I haven't been on in a little bit, and I apologize for that. Just end of the year, Christmas, and then first year of the month for me is a little complicated. I got sick a couple times, and so haven't been as consistent with the videos as I would have liked. What I can tell you, though, is that my Bitcoin buys have not stopped. And I thought it would be good to restart in February on the first of the month so you guys can see me rebudget for the new year, set up my sheet, and keep going. I just want you guys to know, and actually, I think it's also important, especially during this time, because Bitcoin has taken a huge drawdown down to the $75,000 range around there, which I'll be honest with you, I didn't expect to happen any longer. I didn't think Bitcoin would go this low again, but here we are. And again, the point of this channel is to show you guys that when these drawdowns happen, this is when you want to be aggressive, right? This is when you want to step into Bitcoin in an aggressive way and just keep stacking. Don't get feared. Don't get shaken out of the market. I was doing a lot of videos, especially when Bitcoin was above 100 grand. And it's easy to be bullish and excited when things are exciting for Bitcoin. And I've said this on pretty much every single video going back since we started. It's easy to get caught up in that. It's the people that stick around now, right? The people that stick around when Bitcoin is really scary to be involved with that actually make the good money, right? This is when you want to be aggressive and when you want to be allocating towards Bitcoin. And I'm sure I'm going to fall on deaf ears here for a while. No one's going to pay attention to this channel during this time because, again, it is scary to be a Bitcoin at this time. But the point of this channel, again, guys, is I'm building a community here so that we all sit together on a weekly or a monthly basis, however, and we stack Bitcoin together, right? Because during these times when it's scary, is when you need a community and when you need a group or when you need somebody to show you that, hey, it doesn't matter to me. I'm gonna keep stacking no matter where Bitcoin's price is at. So here we are. Let's restart this up in 2026 at the Bitcoin lows, right? When there's extreme fear in the market, I want to show you guys that it doesn't matter to me. We're gonna keep stacking and we're gonna keep doing our thing. And in the long run, this is, again, a 5 to 10 year plan. This isn't a get rich quick scheme. Bitcoin is not that. It never has been that, right? Even when the early Bitcoiners were in Bitcoin and Bitcoin was, back in 2013, 2014, people thought, oh, it's a get rich quick scheme. It wasn't then either, right? Bitcoin would go up to, from $1 to $80 and then fall back down to $3 a coin. To ride that volatility back then wasn't easy either, and so it's not any easier today. The only difference is it takes more money to get more Bitcoin. So again, the point of this channel is we want to make sure that I want to make sure that you guys stay confident in this process. I've done this before. I've been in this situation where Bitcoin, I was buying a lot of Bitcoin at 40,000, 30,000, 15,000, rode it all the way up to the 70, 68,000, and then watched it crash all the way down to as low as 16, right? And then just bounce around in that 16 to $25,000 range. And it sucked. It absolutely sucked. But I did not get afraid of that process. I just doubled down, right? And that's what we're going to do here. We're not going to be afraid of this situation. It is what it is. I did expect Bitcoin to go higher than what it initially did at 125, but that's okay. It gives us more chance to buy sub 100 here and just have fun in this process. So and again, that's the importance of having a sheet like this, where you know that you're not over leveraging yourself and you're not overextending yourself in the amount of Bitcoin that you're buying every week or every month. I know exactly the amount that I'm investing and how much I'm okay to lose, while also investing in other things, right? Making sure that I'm staying diversified. So let's get right into it, guys. Let's get going. And again, I'm excited to jump back into this and start posting weekly again, especially during this time. So I'm going to, first things first, set up my February buys, what I'm going to be doing, and how we're going to set everything up. Okay. I don't have my video camera on. For some reason, it was freezing. So I'm just, for this video, not going to have my face up, but I will probably get that going next week for you. So let's get right into the sheet. I'm going to jump into start categories. And again, this is, if you want this sheet, I put this in the description in every video. Just click the description, download it, and you can follow along on every video with the exact sheet that I'm using. So my monthly fixed expenses, I have rent, electricity, phone, car insurance. None of that has changed. I do like a little travel budget on the side so that I can travel once or twice a year. And I kind of look at that as like a fixed expense. Build up like a bucket of travel expenses, and then when I'm ready to travel, I have that ready to go. My car, I do the same thing. If I have any issues with my car that come up out of nowhere, I put together a little $50 budget every month where if I need to spend on my car for whatever reason, I have that bucket there. And then I have a business bucket as well for fixed expense. So then that's all set and spent. Discretionary spending, I have gas, groceries, going out. Christmas gifts is not something I need to worry about right now. And then debt payments, which is my credit card. So this is where we're at. My going out and groceries is 200. Okay, so we should be all set there. Now I'm going to jump into my financial deep dive sheet. And here, let's start to update all this. This says B10, so it should actually be over here. Actually, B equals B10. Here it is. So I'm going to put this to 2026. That's orange, so you could type in the year. Excuse me. We're all set there. Nothing here has changed in terms of my income stays the same. My savings plan is the same. 250. Yes, everything has been looked at exactly the same way. Rent, electricity, phone, car insurance, travel, car, and business is all exactly the same. My gas is 100. I should change this to 150, but I'll keep this at 100. Groceries is actually 200. I think I had 240 for 1 month last year because of, in December because of Christmas. And credit card is 1,000. I'm shooting for less this year. I'm trying to get this to 650, but for right now, we'll keep this at 1,000. This point. So that leaves me with 1496.83 really, 1497 rounded up to invest for the month of February. So I'm going to do 374.21 this month, and that should get us all squared away. To recap on everything that we've got going on, I started this Bitcoin channel back in May 18, 2025. My initial target BTC goal was 0.1. And guys, I've already gotten that. I'm at 0.113500 because we've been consistent with our buys. It's as simple as that. And you can go through all the channel and watch most of the buys that I've done. I did skip out on a few weeks of doing the live stream, but my buys continued, and I'll show you guys that in a second on the accumulation log. So right now our target BTC goal is past the 0.1, so we're going to change this now to 0.2. We're going to go 0.2 here, and we're going to reset that. So now you'll see that this target BTC graph is showing 0.2, and our total holdings is 0.11, right? So then now we're all reset for the next goal. And again, the goal of this channel is I'm trying to get to 1 Bitcoin, guys. And I want you guys to just follow along as I get there. And that could it'll probably take years. The same way it's taken me, 9 months to get to 0.1. It'll take me years to get to 1 Bitcoin. But that's fine, right? We're going to just be consistent and stay stacking. And hopefully during that time, we'll see this Bitcoin highs come back in, and we'll be in profit and all that good stuff. But for right now, the goal for this year is going to be 0.2 Bitcoin. So we've got here everything set. Our current BTC price is 77,000. Again, this is live, guys. This is pulling from the live Bitcoin price. So whenever you open up your sheet, if you're using my sheet here, you'll be able to see that live Bitcoin price. So everything's adjusted to that. So really cool. Right now, the investment is 374.21 per week, but I'm actually going to change this to 100% just so you can see what that looks like when we do monthly BTC investment of that. Start BTC holdings 0. This is our starting initial before we even got into this channel. Total BTC holdings is that. The goal is this 0.2. Monthly BTC purchase target is 0.01. This is based off of what we are investing for the month. Yours might look differently, guys, right? Your leftover cash might be completely different. So that's the goal. So to hit our target right now of 0.2 with the current price of Bitcoin and our invested amount monthly, the assumption is that we're going to invest this every single month. We should hit 0.2 in about 10 months, right? And we're 57% of the way to the goal of 0.2 because we have already accumulated 0.11. I hope that makes sense and that's super clear, but this sheet is super robust. It's just like basically a full-blown breakdown of what it is that you're investing in Bitcoin and the amount that you should be allocating every single month based off of your goals and how long it'll take you to reach that goal. So really, really robust sheet. For right now, I'm going to leave this at 25% because that's my weekly investment. It's 374.21. And I will adjust this now on River. I don't have River up, so that'll be for another video. But the process is simply just putting in the buy, right? And you can refer to my other videos to see that. But I do want you guys to see the accumulation log and where we are at from an accumulation standpoint. And I have to update this again. In the next video, you'll see this fully updated already. But I did make some updates recently on probably around here the 15th or the 12th. I did jump in here and make updates on everything that I hadn't done in the videos, and you'll see that I haven't stopped, right? I put an automated buys in River, and if you're unsure what exchange to use, I highly recommend River. I don't have an affiliate with them. I don't have anything going on with them. I just have tried pretty much every single exchange that is out there, from Coinbase to Kraken to Gemini. There are some really good ones and there's some really crappy ones. To me, River is the best one I have found when it comes to buying Bitcoin at the best rate possible, right? Because River will remove the exchange fees. And so you'll see here, I don't have any exchange fees here noted, right? Because if you set up automated buys, River will go ahead and eat your exchange fee. They won't charge you for it. So you're actually optimizing how much you're investing in a Bitcoin every single month. So I recommend River as a top tier Bitcoin only exchange, right? Because that's really what it is. It's a Bitcoin only exchange. Strike is also really good too if you like to make your Bitcoin buys on your phone. I don't. I like to jump on the desktop and do it on the desktop. So for me, River is the best. With that being said, we have all of these buys that we've been doing sub 100,000. Obviously, Bitcoin has taken a massive drop in the 77,000. But little by little, our weighted average, if you guys can see here, our weighted Bitcoin average prices dropped to 85,000 just because we've been consistent with our buys. So this is a really great price. And as we buy now in the 77 range, it'll just keep dropping. So we're hopefully going to get into the $70,000 range for Bitcoin on our weighted buys and then just keep going from there. I'm not going to lie to you guys. It is painful to see the P&Ls being this low. We're down $3,000 in total. Is it painful? Absolutely. I'm not going to BS you guys. It is it sucks that we're down, but this is a long-term game, and it's short-term pain is all right. I can deal with that. And again, because of the amount that we're investing every week, knowing that it's leftover cash flow that I could be doing anything else with, it doesn't bother me because I have conviction in Bitcoin, and I believe that it's going to be the best performing asset over the next 10 years. So for me, it doesn't bother me at all. And what we're going to do is just keep doubling down. So I have to update my sheet for the rest of the January buys that happen, which again, I've had this automated, so they've been going through. I kept buying throughout all of January. Excuse me, guys, I'm still a bit sick. I kept buying through all of January. I'm going to update my sheet now with the new Bitcoin monthly allocation that we're going to be, our weekly allocation, of 374.21. I'm going to update that in River, and then we're just going to keep going, right? And keep investing and drop down that weighted average of Bitcoin, which is the goal. All right. And then we're going to try to get to the 0.2. So I hope you guys are following along. My next video, you'll see everything updated. I should have done that before I started this video, but I wanted to jump back in here and kind of refresh, get us going for 2026. And yeah, hopefully we get some eyeballs on this channel and people following along and not being afraid during this extremely fearful time. I've been harping on this, guys, since I started this channel, that Bitcoin will be, that there is going to be euphoria, which we all had when Bitcoin was at 115. Anything above 100, everybody was extremely excited. And now we've really dropped off, and there's extreme fear. People don't know what's going to happen. They're saying Bitcoin's going to zero. I have heard this 300 million times, that Bitcoin is not going to survive. I don't believe that to be the case. I think Bitcoin has been extremely resilient, even when no one was really involved in Bitcoin, right? When Bitcoin was the cypherpunks and not a lot of, excuse me, guys, not a lot of Bitcoin community. It was just, kind of super, super niche. It still survived these big ups and these big drawdowns. And so now that banks and governments and all this is happening, I just don't believe Bitcoin's going to go to zero from here, especially when you have ETFs and BlackRock and all this other stuff happening around Bitcoin. The idea that it's going to drop to zero now is insane to me. So during these moments of extreme fear, this is when we've got to really just, go all in. Don't be afraid. Don't get scared. Don't get shaken out. This is when you really need to say, I have conviction. And guys, if you don't have conviction, I recommend studying more about Bitcoin. Read more on it. Buy some more books. Understand money in general, how it works. What is fiat currency? First, what is a hard money asset? All of these things, if you're not fully convicted in Bitcoin, it's going to be very difficult to ride this storm out. But I will be here with you. If not every week, I promise I'm going to be doing my best to post as consistently as possible. But I am here investing. That you can rest assured. So that's it. That's my rant for today. I will be, again, posting another video next week with everything fully updated on my sheet. You guys can see where we're at. But we did hit our 0.1 goal in 2025, which was the goal. And now we're going to do 0.2, guys. That'll be freaking awesome to get to. And again, the ultimate goal here, the ultimate prize is one whole Bitcoin. And you guys are going to watch my process getting there. And I'm just trying to show you guys that anyone can do this if you just stick it out. That's it. Just stick it out. All right. Awesome. Well, thank you guys. And I will post the next video next week. Have a good one.